Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my science class. So, students, we were discussing the chapter electricity and circuits, and we have discussed the question answers in the previous class. So, today let us start with the extra questions of this chapter. So, the first question is, why should we not join the wires connected to the two terminals of an electric cell? So, we all know that an electric cell has two terminals, and we should never join the wires with the two terminals of electric cell, because if we do so, then the chemical in the electric cell gets used up and the cell will stop working. So now the next question, what is a torch? Give its various parts and explain its working, and also give its label diagram. So a torch is an electrical device that runs on electricity. It has a metal or plastic casing. This case can be of metal or can be of plastic, a bulb, a reflector. This is a reflector, a slide switch, metal switch contact. This is metal switch contact, which is made up of a strip. So an electric current flows in a closed circuit, as we all know. In a torch, these cells are connected to a small bulb through a slide switch. So here these are two cells, and along with the two cells we have a small bulb here, and they are connected to a slide switch. When this slide switch is slided forward, cell contact is complete with the bulb, and the electric circuit becomes closed or becomes complete. So the electric current starts flowing from the terminal of the cell and returns to the other terminal. Thus the bulb starts glowing and gives light. And when we switch off this slide switch, the contact between the metal strip is broken and the current stops flowing and the bulb stops glowing. Now the next question. When we touch live wires, we get a shock. But birds sitting on wires does not get shock. Why? For a living being to get a shock, there has to be a flow of current through the body, and the circuits need to be complete for current to flow. We all know that current only flows in a closed circuit. So we get shock when we accidentally touch the live wire, because circuit is complete and current passes through our body and enters the earth. But a bird sitting on wire does not complete the circuit and hence does not get an electric shock. The circuit is not complete. Now the next question is, how conductors are different from insulators. So what is a conductor? Materials which allow electric current to pass through them are called as conductors of electricity, while what are insulators? Materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulators. And examples are, all metals are good conductors of electricity, like aluminum, silver, copper, gold, etc. Now example of insulators are cotton, rubber, leather, plastic, air and pure water. Okay, I want to tell you one important thing. Since impure water consists of ions, small particles which are called as ions, so if the water is impure, then it will conduct electricity. The water which we drink, it has a number of ions, so it can conduct electricity. But distilled water, which is pure water, which consists of only water, no other ions are there, it is an insulator. But for your level, you can write that water is a good conductor of electricity, because the water which we use, it has a number of ions and it can conduct electricity very fast. Now the next question, which material is used as a filament in bulb and why? So tungsten is used as a filament in bulb, and because it has very high melting point, it does not melt. Otherwise what will happen? The bulb, the filament will melt at that high point and the circuit will break. Now, what is an open circuit? If there is a gap in between the two terminals, the circuit is called as an open circuit. If we have a gap, the current will not flow, and that circuit is called as an open circuit. Now the next question is, why does one remove the plastic coating of connecting wires before making circuits? So plastic is a bad conductor or insulator of electricity, and it prevents us from getting electric shock. But if we want to complete the circuit, we have to remove the plastic coating to connect the wire so that current may flow through the circuit. That is why first we remove the plastic coating and then we connect the wires together. Now the next question. Sometimes an electric bulb does not glow even if it is connected to the cell. What could be the reason? So we all know that if the circuit is complete, that means there is some problem in the bulb. So it can be possible that the bulb is fused. Because if it is fused, then the filament is broken and there is a break in the circuit from the bulb itself. And sometimes it might also happen that the batteries or the cell which we are using has utilized all its chemical present in it. But if it is an electrical switch, that means the bulb is fused. Now, what is a circuit? Name the different components and draw a label diagram of a circuit. So, here is a circuit. A circuit is a path along which an electric current flows, and it is made up of, it has a cell or a battery in the circuit which is used as a source of electric current. There is an electric switch that is used to regulate the flow of current. We have a bulb which is connected to the circuit to confirm whether the current is flowing or not. If it lights up, then that means the circuit is complete, and if it does not, then that means the circuit is incomplete or open. And we have all the connecting wires. They are very important because they are used to connect all the components of the circuit to make the current flow. So this is them. So these four are the components of an electric circuit. Now the next question. Write down the different precautions which we should follow while using electrical appliances. So electricity is a boon to us, but if we are negligent, if we are not using it properly, it can lead to great mishappenings. It can give, you can get injured. So we must follow few safety rules, like never touch electrical switches or appliances with wet hands. If you need to repair any electrical appliances, or if somebody wants to repair an electrical appliance, that person needs to wear rubber gloves or stand on a dry or wooden plastic base, or he or she should wear plastic or rubber slippers. Never ever play with electrical sockets or wires or electrical appliances. And in case of a short circuit or sparking in a switch, put the main switch off immediately with the help of a plastic or wooden stick. And in case of fire in electrical wires, never use water to extinguish fire, because we have just now learned that water is a very good conductor of electricity. So first switch off the mains, then use a fire extinguisher or dry sand to extinguish the fire. So students, these were the extra questions from the chapter. I hope you all have enjoyed doing all these extra questions. Thank you, students.